Today we're gonna do a tour of the backyard. It is pretty small, but I do my best to fit as much as I can in this little space. Starting with this back fence area, I have lots of perennial flowers, lots of annuals, vegetables. So we'll start here and I'll try to remember the names of things. Some things I don't know the name of. These are black-eyed Susans, I believe. I have them all over the backyard, and they always look amazing in August and September. I have my lilac tree, which could use a pruning. We have lots and lots of summer squash. These produce more than I can actually keep up with. On the back there, we have lots of beans. They look really good this year. I believe that this was supposed to be a cut flower, and I never actually cut it to add to my bouquet, so it kind of looks crazy. Had some peppers back here, but I did put them in shock at the beginning of the season. Look how small they are. These peppers compared to these peppers over here in the bag, there's quite a big difference. I even have a pepper there in my raised garden bed. But these, I just shocked these and they never really grew. I have tons and tons of carrots in here. This soil is really dense, so it's gonna be really tricky to get those out. Marigolds, which do amazing. I collect the seeds every year. We have some thyme and oregano back there. A bush bean here. More of those cut flowers. This is a weed, but I think it's really pretty, so I do let it grow. And then I pull it out. Hidden down here, you can't even really see it. I got rosemary. That's kind of covered by all the carrot greens. These are volunteer snack tomatoes, midnight snack to be exact. I didn't plant those. I actually just threw a couple in here last year, so they grew back. Same with these. I want to say they're like a lemon drop tomato. I can't remember the name of those. Zinnias. A lot of people don't like zinnias because they kind of look like this. Like, it's not the best flower, but I love how wild it looks. It looks beautiful to me. More marigolds. Way more carrots. Like, so many carrots. Broccoli. Broccoli did not do that good this year. So it's starting to like bolt. It's not a nice firm head. Last year I grew it through for the first time and it looked amazing. This year I planted a lot more, but we had drought. We didn't have much rain, so it did not do that great. More of this weedy plant. Zinnias. Corn. Today is August 26th, and this is what my corn looks like, so I don't even know if I will get corn. Let's try and like hand pollinate that. See if that helps. We do have some mint back there, but I didn't plant that. Someone else in the neighborhood did, and it just popped up. But I'll take it. It smells delish. Cosmos. Look at the pollen on that. Wow. Right here is where my peonies grow. So peonies are out of season. I cut them down, and I added this salvia purple and salvia white. That will come back next year, and hopefully it'll become a big, nice bush. Pumpkins. This is my only pumpkin. Actually, this might be a gourd. Maybe. maybe a little pumpkin, but the vine's doing all right. No other pumpkins though. Straw flowers, cosmos and beans. Some more pumpkins that I planted in the middle of summer, so they're quite smaller than that one. We have a choke cherry tree. The birds absolutely love that. A little tiny lupin. Some sweet peas, which are giving me lots of seeds. No blooms, that's out, but lots of seeds so I can collect for next year. Sweet William. Again, blooms are scarce, but seeds, getting a lot of those. Back here are just a bunch of cut flowers. I've deadheaded them all, and I do have to dig them up actually and move them back along this fence line, and I will clear this up for smaller stuff. So come next year, this area is going to look completely different. I did buy a cut flower set from Home Depot, like seeds and dahlias. So these are some of the seeds. They look kind of rough, but I actually don't know. I didn't read the packet when these are going to bloom. So again, it's August 26th. Before frost, I might see a bloom. I might be able to collect some seeds. More cut flowers that I put there. I am battling a serious case of creeping bellflower. I tried putting this straw to condense it. It's coming up. Here I didn't put any straw, but again, you can see it. There's some Sweet William here. This new perennial that I just got. See how that does. Some petunias that I planted, started those from seed. They came back really nice. Even put some over there, so I'll get to collect seeds from that. A nice lavender bush that was gifted to me from my neighbor. This was beautiful. I started this from seed, and it was a tiny little plant in the middle, and it just overflowed into this gorgeous white. Some more salvia there. I just bought this hydrangea this year. Doesn't look the best. I've never had hydrangeas, so something's clearly eating this or something, but it's supposed to be a pink and green variety. So excited to see what that looks like when it's like in its prime. More straw flowers, more creeping snow, more petunias. I love the way this looks. Like, this is picture perfect. I just had to take a screenshot of that. That is beautiful. Then we have some catnip, more sweet peas. This was a lupin. It already bloomed. I planted it last year from seed, and I got to collect more seeds this year. This is another salvia plant that I bought this year, and that is, what is this? Hollylock. So the hollylock will grow, I'm thinking, right up, cover this area of the fence, have a nice short bush of salvia, and then the lupin. More salvia back there. But this eventually will fill out, and it's gonna be gorgeous. Moving on over to the raised bed. Again, this like creeping snow, I love it. I'm saving so much seed, and I'll be adding this to the ends of my planters just like that so it can fall over. It is gorgeous. Got some poppies in here, kind of at a bloom, but lots of seed to be collected. Look at that. A little bee sleeping on a straw flower. That's adorable. We got some more poppies, zinnias, cosmos that have yet to bloom. A tomato plant, marigolds. In here, there is hiding a watermelon plant. You see little baby watermelon right there. Some dahlias. I bought these tubers at the dollar store, and I'm hoping to collect seed from them. I have never collected dahlia seeds before, so I have no idea what I'm looking for. Lots more carrots, more peppers, some gorgeous marigolds in here. Some volunteer marigolds. I like to grow a lot of stuff in reusable bags that I get from the dollar store. So I got corn in here, I got jalapenos, more carrots, more flowers to attract pollinators. But the corn, again, I planted that in the middle of summer. That's what it looks like. And I'm not quite sure what I'll get from that. Oh, this needs a water. She's sad. I got some potatoes too, volunteer tomatoes. Even had a broccoli, already snapped that off. Now it's growing little shoots. Tons of jalapenos in here. In the raised bed we have, what are these again? Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts. I also have a plant right over here of Brussels sprouts. But look at it. I gotta rip this thing out. It's infested with aphids. Oh my god. And it actually stinks. But it's interesting how the aphids are attracted to that one, but they're not attracted to that one. I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah. More broccoli. Ooh, another tomato plant. This one's starting to turn. We had this, I want to say it was 13 feet. This 13-foot sunflower, which it's past its prime. It's starting to fall, but look at the head on this thing. Wow, that's huge. The leaves, huge. Can't wait to harvest that and see what kind of seeds I get. I do a lot of container bag gardening and containers. Right now, one of my best friends, because they're easy to move and I can switch out the soil really easy. So I always do my beans in containers and I make them grow up this trellis. Usually, we had a drought, so it's not as great as it was, but I love how the beans just fall. You can just pick them. It's beautiful. This side didn't grow as luscious as this side, and I want to say it's because of these sunflowers. These were volunteers. I guess I dropped some seeds, or maybe some squirrels put some seeds right here, but some seeds fell there. Anyways, this is what came of that. These gorgeous sunflowers. I didn't pull them because look at them. Kidding me? You think I'm gonna pull these things? Look at the pollinators that they attract. Absolutely gorgeous. With the fountain, my DIY little fountain, looking at the sunflowers. I can't get over my backyard this year. I didn't even put this much work, but all my prep and knowledge from the previous years is really paying off. I got a lemon tree and an orange tree. I started those from seeds like 5 years ago. That's what they look like now. This lemon, it was struggling quite a bit at the beginning of the year, but I repotted it and it came right back. This orange always did good. It always looked amazing, has a lot new growth since I've put it out this summer. Let me weed that. But this is becoming like an actual tree. And the leaves just smell. I wish you could smell it. They smell amazing. This is a mini cherry tree that I got from Home Depot this year. It's grown quite a bit since I brought it home, but can't wait to see what that produces. And this is just a little flower and dahlia mix, the same as those seeds from over there. but I put them in this container. I gotta water this. This is getting pretty dry. But I think I put way too many seeds and dahlias in this little container. Anyways, we'll see what that looks like. Again, August 26th. Who knows how much time I got. Coming up around this corner. Again, this creeping snow flower. Oh, it literally just makes me go, wow. Zinnias, straw flower. My zinnias look kind of raggedy, but I love them. They're gorgeous. I'm trying to cross-pollinate them so I can get different varieties and different colors next year. Same with the straw flowers. I've just been like going like that, rubbing them together. Here we got broccoli, and I just harvested a broccoli from there yesterday. These broccoli did way better than the broccoli I have over there. I don't know if it's the location, if they just got more water, more food, but way better. Some beans and some cucumber. A lot of my cucumber died this year. They did not do good. This is the best plant I've had so far, and it's climbing right up there. No cucumbers though, but these tomatoes, I didn't plant them. Again, I threw ripe tomatoes in here last year, and this is what came back. This cherry tomato got so crazy that the whole cage just fell over. And these heirloom tomatoes, again, I didn't plant these. I just threw the tomato in there, and this is what came. I didn't prune it. I fed it. I won't lie. I fed it because I had other stuff here. I had a big squash plant that I just ripped out yesterday, so I was feeding this area, but no pruning, no trimming, yes feeding, and this is what came out to it. That's crazy. More gardening in bags. I have lots of potatoes, more marigolds, lots of seeds to collect. When they're dried up like that and brown, time to collect the seeds. And this is my herb bed. This is the final little bed that I have. We have sage, basil, thyme, oregano, onions, lavender. We even have a little bit of dill. Not much though. Again, looks crazy, but in my eyes, it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have my little, not so little, hydrangea tree, which is in prime bloom right now. And that's a backyard tour. I don't have a small space, but because I don't have a huge space, I do what I can to make this feel at home, to make it feel like a vacation away from home. I come back here, listen to my pond, and it is really relaxing. Even though you can hear traffic from the busy streets that are around me, I feel very zen back here.